First question coming in from William McLean. 49ers trade for Juju Smith-Schuster. It would be fun.
So there was the report that the Steelers probably weren't going to extend Juju aside. No, it's stupid of them. They should absolutely pay him. If I'm a Niners fan, I'm not going to get my hopes up because I just spent a first-round pick on Brandon Ayuk. I mean, it'd be a fun trio of Samuel and Ayuk and Juju and help you win this year. I'm just not convinced the Niners would be willing to give up the assets to go out and get him right now. Because remember, Pittsburgh is trying to win right now still.
Yep.
Trading away Juju does not help them do that.
If you look at the track record of the Pittsburgh Steelers with very good wide receivers and then not bringing them back, I mean, it starts like with Santonio Holmes. It goes from Mike Wallace, AB. That one might have been a little bit more on him. But now with Juju, I mean, they got a track record. If I'm a wide receiver and I go to the Steelers, I'm going to be like, even if I play well, are they even going to bring me back? So I'd be interested to see what happens in this situation. Let's go to my man Nate Frazier, who's looking a lot like Minshew. Does Yannick Ngakoue sit out the 2020 season if he doesn't get traded? But if he plays, do the Jags become a contender?
So first part on the franchise tag, it's something like $19 million.
Yeah.
So he's going to play this year. Now, he might not show up until week 1. He ain't passing out on those game checks. If he does play, I don't think the Jags are a contender. This is very clearly a rebuilding project right now for Jacksonville. I'm not saying they're going to be the worst team in the NFL, but I do not expect them to be contenders with such massive roster overhaul.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Tom. Let's go to James. What up, James? Get a picture, my man. Would it be a surprise if Jadeveon Clowney doesn't sign anywhere? If so, would this impact him like Eric Berry and Des Bryant, or will this be different?
I think for Clowney, Eric Berry was purely medical, despite whatever he wants to try and claim he wasn't healthy. Dez was, I think, headspace, mental side of it. Then it became medical after he blew out his Achilles with the Saints. Clowney, I think it's cost. So at some point, I think Clowney wants to know, well, geez, guys, even if it's as low as $8 million, that's better than $0 million.
Sure.
He would prefer something there. So I would be surprised if Clowney doesn't sign anywhere unless we don't, and I don't know how this would happen, is if that surgery didn't go well at all, but he's been training, so I think that went fine.
I think also the difference here is Jadeveon Clowney, yes, do we think he's overpriced? Sure, but he is still one of the better defenders in the entire NFL. Eric Berry at this point in his career was definitely past his prime, and I think it's definitely safe to say that Des Bryant was past his prime as well. Let's go to Go BS. I think I'm pretty good at BSing.
Yeah,
Who do you think will win the NFC East? Okay, I like this question. So, who's going to win the NFC East? If you think it's going to be the Cowboys, type C. You think it's going to be the Redskins, type R, Eagles, type E, Giants, type G.
Two-team race, very clearly, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's between the Cowboys and the Eagles, but Eric Burton says, nah, it's the Giants. So, I'm going to type my E for Eagles. I know where you're going.
I'll type in my C. I was a big fan of that Cowboys draft.
It was a very good draft, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I was a big fan of the Eagles. However, I just am a little bit more confident, I think, in their overall roster. But after the addition of CeeDee Lamb and going out and getting McKinney,
helps, man.
It's going to be a very, very competitive division. There's no doubt about that. So who wants a shout-out on today's show? If you want to shout out, what you got to do is go follow Tom on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. If you love the Cowboys, if you love NFL Draft, if you love all things NFL, Tom is an absolute stud on Twitter. But here's the thing. We're going to give some shout-outs to the people that follow Tom in about 10 minutes or so. So you got about 10 minutes. So go ahead, give him a follow on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. I think if we can get him like 25 extra Twitter followers,
nice day.
I think we can get Tom to do like 25 dabs.
I don't know about that.
25.
That's pretty lame, but sure, I'll do it.
Or you can do a Smirnoff.
Okay, I'll do a Smirnoff.
All right, bottom line, go
I've
follow
never
Tom.
had one before.
Go follow Tom on Twitter. You've never had a Smirnoff Ice?
Never tried it, no.
Oh, that's a challenge. Guys, go follow him on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. Let's go to my man, Jace Carlson. What up, dude? Number 1 pick, non-quarterback. All right, I'll let you take
Penei
that.
Sewell, the offensive tackle out of Oregon. It depends on who has number 1 pick. Like, for example, if the Bengals get number 1 for whatever reason,
Yep.
Penei's going to pick. Like, that was, had he been draft eligible, he would have been the first tackle to take in this year, and I have very little doubt about that.
Jace, great minds think alike. You ever hear that before? So we want to know who will be the first pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. And for those of you that are watching this live, we do have a Mel Kiper big board coming up here. And if you're watching this, let's say what is it? When is it coming out? Later on in the week, we'll say, go check out our Mel Kiper big board. No?
You just botched that pretty hard, buddy.
Well, whatever. It's part of the day. Who will be the first pick in the 2021 NFL draft. I'm seeing a lot of Trevor Lawrence. I'm seeing
Lawrence or Fields, I still think make the most sense in the end.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence. Let's go to Derek Frank. What up, Derek? Ooh, wow. Ravens undefeated season. I'm going to say no. I understand they went 14-2 last year, had a good draft as well, but there's a reason why only Don Shula, rest in peace, his Dolphins are the only team to go undefeated.
That is a unrealistic expectation for your own team. You might have the best team in the NFL like the Ravens did, at least in the regular season last year. To expect to go 16-0, even if you go 12-4, which you should be fired about, you're going to end up being disappointed. So don't expect that. How about instead you expect like winning the AFC, having that very coveted this year #1 overall seed.
Let's go to the next question. Remember, use hashtag NFL, or you can super chat. We'll get them up on the show. Who's better, Justin Fields or Trevor Lawrence? I want you to type JF for Justin Fields or type TL for Trevor Lawrence. I'm personally, we'll do F for Fields or L for Lawrence. I'm proud of the team back there for making the graphic. I'm personally going to type my L for Trevor Lawrence. I have more confidence in him being an NFL caliber quarterback. But I'll actually say this. If I'm looking for a college quarterback, might actually lean Justin Fields.
I'm still going to take Trevor Lawrence. I don't really think there's like a wrong answer. This isn't like you're arguing between Trevor Lawrence and Hunter Johnson, for example. Shout out Gil Brandt for saying Hunter Johnson is a top 50 senior prospect because he's not even going to win the job at Northwestern. I'm going to lean Lawrence, but you can go either way. They're both awesome prospects.
Appreciate it. Continue to get those flown in. I'm seeing about 90% Trevor Lawrence's right now. Let's go to Wade. Wade DeHood. Is that your last name? Do you think that the Ravens get Clowney if they get enough cap space? I mean, they're one of the top 5 teams apparently interested in him.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Clowney might have made more sense for the Ravens had they moved on from Matthew Judon in free agency or had they traded him or whatever. So I like the idea of Clowney. I think he'd be a pretty good fit in Baltimore. It'd be very much a win-now move, and you could get the cap space. I just don't think the Ravens are going to be willing to spend at quite that level for a one-year deal. And now if Clowney wants to sign $340, I think maybe that's a different discussion.
Wade DeHood, appreciate the question. Continue to get these questions flowing in here. Use hashtag NFL, or you can super chat. And speaking of super chats, Troy Daniels, one of our most loyal watchers. Troy, appreciate you, my man. So, what are you looking most forward to with the upcoming schedule?
I think having the actual games and knowing when they're going to be is like the most important part. Like having an actual feel. Okay, well this is this. Here's what game I can look forward to going forward.
I mean, is it selfish just to say I just want sports?
That's fair.
Like I just need sports back in my life. Troy, you know we love you. Appreciate the super chat, my man. Let's go to Chucky. What up, Chucky? Get a pick. Appreciate the $2 super chat. Will the Packers get Aaron Rodgers some help this year? And no, I won't get a pick.
It was 2 different $2 super chats.
Touche.
So thank you, Chucky.
Touche.
They got Devin Funchess. That's the help.
Yep, that's great.
At this point, why don't you just sign Antonio Brown?
Oh, man.
You're trying to win now, right?
Des Bryant, Antonio Brown, Josh Gordon. Bring them back.
Go all in.
Just go absolutely insane. Oh, man. That would be crazy. All right, we got another super chat who looks like Chucky's twin. Word on the street was about a week that Yannick was talking to my Falcons in Washington. Can my Falcons pull off a deal to get him?
I'd heard the whispers about the Falcons, but I actually hadn't heard the Redskins one. I think that the trickiest part for Atlanta is that you just paid Dante Fowler, so now you have to invest another big contract into an edge rusher, at least probably in that 18, 19 or more $1 million per year range. Now you can throw in Takk McKinley to try and help balance out the deal because clearly he's not a long-term part there either. It does get a little bit tricky for the Falcons. What makes me think they might be willing to gamble is that I think Dan Quinn and that whole front office are in, we got to win right now or we are in trouble mode. Yeah. And I think Yannick helps you do that, at least for this upcoming year, and they could certainly use another impact passer since Takk McKinley hasn't quite been what you were hoping for.
You said my Falcons, though. I mean, if you own the Atlanta Falcons, I think you can pull the trigger and going out and get Yannick Ngakoue. That's just between you and me. No, I'm kidding, Ark. You know that we love you. We appreciate the question. But you said deal, and if you love your mother, I want you to type mom. So Mother's Day, Sunday, okay? So show your mom some love. Heck, if you even want to type her name in there, go for it. I want you to show your mom some love. So I want to get a whole bunch of, this is going to sound bad, whole bunch of moms in the comments section right now. Let's fill them up. That's even worse. Jace, Carlson, Augie, Don, Jace, Johnny, Adrian, Hunter. Well, if you guys love your mother, we got a special deal for you. Go to chatsports.com/mom. You're going to get 15% off flowers, gifts, chocolates. You can also go to the website. You can click best sellers where you're going to be able to find these package deals where it's flowers and chocolates or flowers and a teddy bear or all the above. Teddy bear, flowers, chocolates. Show your mother, grandmother, wife, the most important woman in your life that you care about her. The way to do that, chatsports.com/mom. 15% off. We'll put it in the comments. We'll put it in the description.
Super useful, for example, if you don't live in the same state as your mother.
Yeah,
which
that's
I
very
do not.
fair.
This allows me to send her something that she can get and have on Mother's Day, even though clearly no one can travel right now.
Mom, you know I love you. We expect something very soon from Pro Flowers. Let's go to the Chase Way 10. What up, my man? Do you think that the Patriots could win the AFC East? I mean, they definitely could. They've done it 17 years in a row.
Could, yes. Will they? I think no. I think right now this is Buffalo's chance to be the favorite right now in the AFC East. I don't trust Jarrett Stidham. Now, if he can play it at a even game manager level, they might be able to win just based on their defense, special teams. That offense,
I don't know if
it's not great.
I don't think they've won it 17 years in a row. I think they've won it like 17 out of the last 18.
They've won it a lot out of the recent ones.
Yeah, a lot of years to the Patriots. Okay, let's go to Sweetenings. Who will have the best defense this upcoming year? Oh boy. When I think of some top defenses, I kind of would like to say the Buffalo Bills.
They're
an interesting
team. Are in there.
The Bills are in there.
I think the Patriots are still in there. I think the Ravens are in there.
The only reason why I don't want to put the Pats in there is simply because I think their offense is not going to be – I think their defense is going to be tired from being on the field too much. I think that's going to impact their stats because they're not going to be able to move the football.
The Steelers, I think, will be in there.
Steelers with
because having a better offense will help them out in a significant way. And I think the Niners should still be in that discussion as well.
Yeah, that's true. You got to put the Niners in there. So I had this debate yesterday, Tom, on my Raiders show, and I've been getting some pretty mixed reactions.
It's a pretty obvious answer.
I mean, I don't know. I put something on my Instagram, and it was like 60% Aaron Rodgers. But we want to know, if you had to pick a quarterback, who would you go with? Derek Carr, type DC, or type AR for Aaron Rodgers? So obviously, there has been a lot of discussion around Rodgers potentially moving on. The top team that seems to be connected to him is the Las Vegas Raiders in 2021. I mean,
it's AR.
It's I agree. I think Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback.
Clearly Aaron Rodgers, by the way.
And it's like even nothing against DC. It's just Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers.
Even if you think Rodgers on the clown, which I think is a fair take to have, he's still Aaron Rodgers. Like, it's not like he sucks now. He's still a very good starting NFL quarterback. It's AR.
And if you guys like talking, debating sports, that's what we do here at Chat Sports. We are a channel that is based on communicating. So when Tom and I put something up on screen, we want Jace, we want Rawl, we want Goat BS to let us know their feelings. And if you like talking, debating sports, join the club, hit that sub button, and turn on your notifications so every single time we drop a video, it's just like somebody texts you, and then all you got to do is just swipe it. Oh, you can't even see my phone. That's embarrassing. You just swipe it, and then you get it, okay? So if you love talking, debating sports, come hang out with us. We would definitely appreciate that.